But here we are. And I know this is live at a time when people may or may not be able to join, but this was going to be the simplest solution for me to actually have Cheese Friday this week. And let me see that, let me just check these settings here. Yep, okay, we are good. So, anyways, it's just been a lot. Tomorrow is our uh, local, really large Pride parade here. So we're working on a lot of the stuff for that. But also on Wednesday starts Origins Game Fair. And that is an enormous undertaking in our household. So we've got totes and totes and totes of things to take to set up for the convention. And now that we're at Friday at noon, the next things we have to do is go get haircuts because, as you can see, my little undercut has grown out considerably. So we're gonna get shorn, so my scalp can sunburn while we swelter in the sunshine tomorrow. Uh, but now it's also noontime, which means it's time for a meal. And I'm gonna start that off with a little bit of cheese, and then I don't know. I have like some ground beef in the fridge or something. I'll probably reheat that. But today's cheese, hey Sharon, hello, is Cabot Creamery's Alpine Cheddar cheese. This just showed up at Costco. I was actually thinking about buying something fancier. Hey Dennis. So I was thinking about buying a fancier cheese for Cheese Friday since it's been a while, but I got really excited because Alpine cheddar is super special. It's like a combination between Italian and Swiss cheeses. So it gets, I cut a couple of slices off for myself for the tasting, but I want to show you guys the cheese so you can see how it gets like the Parmesan or aged cheeses, the salt crystals running through it, and but even though it has like that grainy-ish sort of aspect to it, it retains like that super smooth like you get with Swiss cheeses. So, and part of that process of combining the two together makes it more meltable, and because it's less acidic. I lost what my train of thought. So, but yeah, so I was really excited, and I will tell you the Alpine cheddar is called Alpine because it's normally made with milk from cows that feed in the Alps, specifically French, Italian, and Swiss regions. So that is what makes it that, and then like the different processes that they've mushed together to cheddar. The extra pressing that happens from combining Parmesan and Swiss cheese making is what reduces the acid. I will also tell you that this particular Alpine cheddar is virtually lactose free. So people with lactose intolerances can usually eat this cheese without any sort of issues. Obviously, nothing is ever 100%, but there we are. And as you can see, this cheese is really yellowy. Not like an annatto, but like a creamy yellow. It's darker than your standard white cheddar, but it doesn't have any annatto added to make it yellow. It's just like a more creamy from the aging process. Let's talk about the smell. The smell is amazing. It's like super nutty, and then like just at the end it almost has like a little bit of a bready sort of smell to it. Really nice. And like I said, it's very sliceable. It has almost like Swiss cheese texture, but then it has like those saltiness coming through it like Parmesans. Mm. It's so delicious. It's definitely got cheddar flavor, but then you get like this very unique little bits of Parmesan and Swiss cheese tasting mixed in with it. Delightful. It works excellent in cheese sauce. So if you make like a loaded cauliflower, or if you want a cheese sauce to go on top of your broccoli or anything like that, spectacular for it. It won't, because of the low acidity, it won't get all it won't be difficult to separate, or you know what I'm saying. It'll stay nicely together and it won't get like all greasy like just plain up cheddar will. You know how we talked about if we're making cheddar cheese sauce, you often have to blend it with like a Gouda or something else. That's to balance out that acidity and to keep it together. Spectacular. I'm not sorry at all. Not that I ever am, but like, yeah, that's a real pleasure. I'm just gonna toss like I don't know, a piece of a meat stick or something on the side with that and eat that's what I'm having for my meal. Now, I have one other thing. When this video posts, I'm hoping that the descriptions update properly. I did a thing. Remember, well, if you were there, a few live streams, I've been using my fancy cup, my insulated cup. My ice, there you go. So my extra big 40-ounce cup with a straw, it's too cheap to buy a Stanley. And as it turns out, this one's pretty awesome. And I said, I liked it a whole lot. And they have like 9 million designs and patterns. And I said I would ask them for a discount code. And they gave me one. It just took them a while to get it to me. So I put that in the description. If you need a big old insulated cup for your icy drinks, now that we have hit the Satan's front porch section of summer. And by the way, it will leak if you have the straw in. Of course it will, duh, because there's a big hole. But take the straw out and we're good. So, other than what my straw just dripped out. But you know, the straw is literally a hole in your cup, so yeah. But so I thought I would share that with you. I know a few of you had said like, oh, I could use a big cup and I don't want to pay $50 for Stanley. You're right. That's a thing. But so there you go. It's half the price. It is like $25 once you put the discount code, or if you go through the link that I posted, because that's the same thing. So I'm going to go eat my cheese and have lunch. Hey, Julie. Yeah, it's been a while for sure, and this is just like the shorty for Cheese Friday. I'll just repeat again. I had an Alpine cheddar. I'm gonna show it again because it's such a nice cheese. Look at it. And those are the salt striations going through it because of the process they use. So it gets the saltiness like Parmesan, but it has like that nice super extra smooth of like Swiss cheese. So 2 thumbs up. So other than that, you guys have an amazing afternoon, and I will see you on Sunday, very tiredly on Sunday, because we're going to swelter in the sunshine for hours and hours and hours tomorrow. But we'll see about getting some pictures and share that with you. So, and Julie, yes, it is delicious. I highly recommend that if you have a Costco membership, this is the Cabot release for this summer, so it's worth picking up. You know, sometimes I get what I call like maintenance cheese, which is cheese that you just get just for every so often, or just because you want something to go with your meat or your veggies, just like a little side. This is a cheese that you buy because you want cheese that tastes good, all of its own. So. And if you are a person who enjoys your alcoholic beverages, you should know it goes really well with like a bourbon or your deep reds like your Cabernet Sauvignon or your Pinot Noir. So there you go. You're real meaty. So it'll be great with steak too. All right, you guys have a great one. I'm going to eat my cheese, and I guess I'm going to have to go back to work for the rest of the day. You have a good one. Bye-bye.